So Arsenal 3, Lyon 0. We then brought on the kids for penalties. And we beat them 2-1 on penalties. Big up to the goalkeeper, Hein. We're going to get to that in a second. But that last Lyon penalty is the worst penalty I've ever seen in my life. If you haven't seen it, you have to go and check that penalty. That is the worst penalty you will ever see in your lifetime watching football. It was shambolic. The second worst penalty was an Arsenal kid. Can't remember his name. He missed one equally as bad, but this one just tops it because he's not a kid. Anyway, Arsenal blitzed them. Big up to everybody who checked out the watch-along. That watch-along was the funniest watch-along I've done in a long time, by the way. So big up to everybody who come and check that out. If you haven't, go and check it out. It's hilarious. I will be back again with Kenny straight after this. Then Jez, Neftali's coming on as well. And then me and Jez are going to do player ratings as well. Tomorrow, full program tomorrow, people. There's going to be a transfer video out in the morning, 8 a.m. UK time. I'm on with Terry Flewers at midday on Football Terrace. And then I'm on with Rants. I'm not sure what time yet with Rants on his Twitch channel. And then I'm back on here with Henry Wright. So you got me 4 times tomorrow. You got me multiple times today. Like, subscribe, share, leave your donations in the thanks option down below. But let's go. The cerveza was on ice. The pizza was very nice. We're having a nice, cool, calm, collected cigarette. Lyon were putting a spliff real quick. And we started that game like we had never been away from football. It's like the World Cup hadn't started. It was almost like watching the first team. It was that good. Started high tempo, high press, getting in and around them, hunting in packs. Fabio Vieira, until we get to him in a minute, but until he created that goal for Eddie and then scored a banger, the best goal of the game. He kept giving the ball away. He was sloppy. But then after that, he was unbelievable. As soon as he got that assist for the Eddie goal, he turned into a different player. Martin Odegaard, round of applause for him today. He was superb. So was Samba Lukonga and so was El Neni. All 3 of them worked brilliantly together in midfield today. They just got in and around them quick, bullied them. Our defence had nothing to do. Literally nothing to do in the first half. We got the goal off a corner. Odegaard, lovely cross into the box. Gabriel Magalhaes, bosh. Bullet header. Prime Alan Shearer, bosh. Have some of that. 1-0 to the Arsenal. We're like, whoa, well, this is easy. Happy days. They did nothing. And then, bosh, Sambi Lukonga smashes a 60-yard ball down the, well, maybe a 40-yard ball. Exaggerating, making it sound better than it was, but it was still good. Smashed a 40-yard ball. Crossfield, down the wing. Vieira, first touch. Got it out of his feet. Whipped it into Eddie. Classic counter-attacking football. Classic Arsenal goal from years. It was rolling back the years, people. Like I'm rolling back my hood. It was a great goal. Eddie kind of scuffed it, but still went in. Who cares? We're now 2-0 up. We're like, wow, this has been brilliant. This has been worth watching. This has been worth some of you paying the fee to watch it. Next time, come to my watch-along and I'll give you a link because nobody in my watch-along paid for it. Come back again on Tuesday and you'll have a link for the AC Milan game. Then, lovely little interaction. Ping, 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 ping. Slappage. Postage stamp settings for Fabio Vieira. Best goal of the game. I thought that was superb, by the way. I thought that goal was absolutely top class. The way we broke, the quick little interchanges between Odegaard. I think it was Reece Nelson. I may be wrong. I think it was Reece Nelson. And it was a really good team goal. And we fully deserved to go in 3-0. Yeah, it was great counter-attacking football. Nobody got anywhere near us from their team. Lacazette looked like the Lacazette that was stinking up the Emirates. That a lot of top gooners, by the way, were saying he's got work rate. Well, he didn't have any work rate today, did he? He looked like he didn't want to be there. And yeah, man, it was a joy to watch that first half. Second half, we came out and in midway through the second half, we brought on the under-18s. 2 15-year-olds on the pitch and a load of other teenagers as well. And Lyon still couldn't break us down. We actually hit the post. One of the lads, can't remember the kid's name, hit the post. We had another couple of chances. Goalkeeper made a good save. They subbed their goalkeeper in the end. He made some good saves, the new goalkeeper that came on. But all in all, that was a rout. That was comfortable. That was the easiest game of football I think Arsenal will have all season. And it was a joy to watch. I can't lie, it was actually really nice watching a game that doesn't really mean anything. It's just more fitness levels than anything. And some of the fringe players getting back to fitness, like El Neni, etc., etc. Kieran Tierney played well today. Reece Nelson done all right in stages as well. And the defence weren't really tested. Cedric done all right. They all done all right. And then we brought in all the kids, and they done all right. It was kind of comfortable. It was light work. It was just sit back and get a cigar on the go, get the cerveza and the pizza going, and just have banter in the chat. Nothing riding on the game. I didn't even know it was going to penalties until about midway through the second half when somebody in the chat told me. And now let's talk about the penalties, shall we? Let's talk about the penalties. The goalkeeper, by the way. Well done, my friend. Well done. Man looks like a younger Lee Chappie. The young Lee Chappie saved 4 out of Lyon's 5 penalties. And the 4 Lyon penalties, by the way, that were missed or saved, big up to the goalkeeper. Like, really big up to the goalkeeper. But that last Lyon penalty, and I've been watching football nearly 40 years, that is the worst penalty I've ever seen in my life. He tried to Panenka it down the middle, and it came about 1.5 yards off the ground, and my daughter's got a harder shot than that. Goalkeeper just stood there and caught it. One of our players did that as well, and their keeper caught it. But this one's worse, because this one is a fully qualified professional footballer. This lad that did our one was a kid. Yeah, so you can kind of accept that. We had one balloon over the bar, high, wide, and ugly, and all of that. But that was some of the worst penalties I've ever seen in my life from Lyon. They were like, "Oh, Spain? Oh, what, you don't want to score any pen? No worries, Spain. Hold my beer. Hold my beer." But all in all, a very good run out. And it was nice to watch a game of football that wasn't slow, boring, and methodical like international football is. It was actually quick, high tempo, 1 touch, 2 touch, keeping the ball, pretty patterns, running off of each other. And you could see the style of play. It took 3 years, but this season we've got a style of play. We press high, we suffocate the defenders, we get the ball back in packs, we hunt in packs. And we were creating chance after chance. And, you know, Reece Nelson hit the post in the first half, we hit the post in the second half. We could have scored 2 or 3 more goals today, tiny little bit more quality in the final third. But all in all, that was a great performance, man. And that gives us 4 points in the Dubai Cup, because we got a point for winning the penalty shootout, plus the 3 points for winning the game. So I think that gives us 4 points, unless I'm mistaken. Maybe you get points for goals as well, like the Emirates Cup. I'm not sure. I don't really know. One thing I do know is on Tuesday we play AC Milan. And I'm looking forward to it. Genuinely looking forward to watching it. Listen, I'm not a big international football fan. I've sat and watched England games in this World Cup, and I've sat and watched Argentina games. Obviously, I want Messi to win the World Cup. I watched all 3 of the Spain games as well. Sorry, 4 of the Spain games. So I've watched, 11 games? 11 games so far, I think I've watched. 12 games. 12 games I've watched in total, out of all the games, out of 50-odd games. Not really interested in international football. It's slow, it's boring, it's not really exciting. It doesn't capture me. It doesn't get me on the edge of my seat. Today, I thought that was a really good performance, and there were some really good performing players out there today. Mohamed El Neni looked like he'd never been injured. Yeah, Martin Odegaard was all over the place, everywhere, left, right, centre, taking corners, running back. Yeah, and I thought he was quality today. Yeah, and if we're going to kick on and try and compete for this title to the death, we're going to need some of these players, El Neni, because it's clear we ain't getting rid of him. Martin Odegaard, he is a first-team starter. It's nice that he's had a break. Now what we've got to do is get some of the other players back. David Ornstein, I think it was, or somebody at The Athletic said that our players are going to have a rest when they get back. Really? Okay. Well, let's hope then, if we have a rest, that them performers out there today put in a performance like that today. Albeit, Lyon were crap. But we made them crap from the get-go. From the first whistle, we were on them. And it was a case of, we're going to batter you today. And then we're going to change the whole 11 in the second half. And we're going to put a load of teenagers on our under-18s. They're going to batter you on penalties as well. And play you off the park, which they did in the most part, the kids as well. So big up to all the youngsters that came on as well. Despite missing a penalty or 2, I thought they all put in a good shift. They all played pretty well. But listen, Kenny's coming up next. Then Jez, and then Neftali. Then me and Jez are doing player ratings. Still plenty more to come, people. There is no more football on today. For World Cup, of course, that comes back tomorrow. Argentina play, my boy Messi. But listen, big up to everybody who's subscribed, liked, and shared to the channel. Big up to everyone who's followed all the links down below. Make sure you check all of them out. And yeah, man, Smiles. Somebody clip that and put that on your Twitter accounts. Lee Gunner's happy with an Arsenal performance. Oh, yeah. You won't, will ya? On that bombshell, we're out of here. Adios, amigos. Laters.